Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first edition of the Big Boys podcast, brought to you in an archived format from your first host, Samuel. That's me. And your second host, Kenny. Say hi, Kenny.
Hi, Kenny.
Okay.
Got him.
All right. So you might be stumbling upon this by some random chance and are thinking, well, who are these two idiots? I've never seen their stuff before. Well, let's just give you a brief introduction of who we are. So a little while ago, we started a YouTube channel where we basically just do Let's Plays. And yeah, I know it's one of the most original concepts in the entire in the art form of YouTube and basically expressing yourself on the internet in general. Kenny, what else would you say that we are to the public eye?
Well, to the public eye, probably just a bunch of dirtbags.
Yeah, I guess.
We do Let's Plays. Someday in the future, there's gonna be probably like skits and stuff. We're working on a Christmas album. We got a couple duets lined up, so you can look forward to those. Some of those duets might be coming out on individual channels, though.
We have no idea what they're gonna come out on right now.
But yeah, just look out for them, because it's gonna be some good stuff that you won't want to miss.
Oh, for sure. And
maybe Usher will find us, and he'll make us famous like he made Justin Bieber famous.
Did Usher actually make Justin Bieber famous?
Yeah, because Justin Bieber started off on YouTube with the guitar singing songs, and Usher somehow stumbled across it and got in contact with Justin and made him famous.
I'm just picturing Usher right now just like sitting on his couch in LA, just high as heck.
Scrolling YouTube, and he finds this pretty gay-looking 12-year-old boy.
Yeah. He's like, oh man, I'm gonna make this kid famous.
Wow, this guy sings pretty good.
I bet he's definitely gonna have the most disliked video on YouTube someday. Oh wait.
Not anymore. YouTube Rewind 2018. Worst video on the internet.
It is for sure. So let's see, right now on our channel, we currently are playing through God of War Game of the Year edition.
It's just the regular edition.
But it was the Game of the Year. It's the regular version, and I played through it once before. Kenny...
First time. I'm a virgin to God of War.
Yeah.
God of War took my virginity.
Not the first one, it's like the sixth or something, I don't know. So, Kenny, I want to get your thoughts on the game so far. What do you think of it?
Honestly, I think the game's actually pretty good. If I'm being completely honest, I got a little bit of a Darksiders vibes from it.
I don't know what that is, but sure.
You've never played Darksiders is literally basically the same thing. So Darksiders 1, except for Darksiders, you play as the Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Oh, okay.
So the first one you play as Death, the second one you play as War, and the third one that just came out you play as Fury.
Interesting.
So it's given me, like, with how it's like a linear open world, I guess not open world, but it's literally the exact same gameplay mechanics as God of War.
Gotcha. The third person over the shoulder view.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, having never played a different God of War game, were you reluctant to play this, or are you lost in the story yet, or do you think it's enough of a reboot to kind of have a fresh perspective on it?
I think it's enough of a reboot that I really don't need to know much about the previous games to get a grasp of what's going on here.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for, and yeah, I think that is true for a lot of people out there.
I mean, most of the time I'm just focused on making fun of the boy
and trying to kill him. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. So one thing that people might be wondering about us is, since this is the first kind of introductory podcast, how we met. You want to tell everybody at home how we met?
Oh man, this is gonna be the best story you guys have ever heard in your entire life. Okay, So it was our freshman year of high school, all right? And it was what it was like the end of the first week. It was like a Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, it was like no, it was like one of the first days.
Yeah, it wasn't the exact first day of school, but it was. We started school in the middle of the week, so yeah, technically, it, yeah, it was one of the first days of school, and I was walking down the hallways. 'Cause I was in cross country, so I stayed after school every day until 5, and but this was right after the bell rang, and I was just walking down the hallways, getting ready to go do some running, and I see this kid waiting by the main entrance, and he's just standing there all awkward like. So me being who I am, walked up to him, and we started talking. And around that time, there was this thing going around the internet saying that the Purge was gonna happen. We literally talked about the Purge happening in our city and what we were gonna do during that Purge.
Yeah, literally the first words I ever said to him. From my point of view, I'm waiting for the bus by the main entrance.
Yeah.
And I just see this like weird blonde kid like
That's right.
nonchalantly walking down the hallway, eyeing me up a little bit, and he like kind of slows down near me, and I look at him. I turn to him. I'm like, "So you hear about that purge that's gonna be happening tonight?" And he's like, "Oh yeah." And I don't know how that conversation ever went anywhere to the lengths that it clearly has now, but yeah, that was a pretty strange encounter, I'd say. After that happened, why did we even start talking to each other again?
We must have liked planning out murders together.
No, dude. That was the first day of school that happened. It was.
That was?
It was, because I know why.
Was that? That was not.
I know exactly why it was. It was because
I don't think it was.
I somehow, on the first day of school, ended up missing the bus. And I had my mom come pick me up from school. And she was in the parking lot. And then I went out to the car, except her car didn't start. So my sister, who lived in town, had to come pick me up. And I spent the night by my sister's. That was the night of the Purge because she lived on like the first floor of a building, and her window had no shades on it. So, and I was in the living room sleeping, so I'm just seeing this pitch black darkness outside, and I'm scared to God because I know the Purge is happening right now. I'm like afraid that I'm gonna see some dude with a mask walk up to the door and like try opening it up.
Looking through the window, giving you a little creep show.
Yeah, because that was the night of the Purge. I remember I told my mom that, and she told me to knock it off, and I said it was real.
I think I do remember you saying something about that you were going to your sister's now. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a pretty traumatic experience, I would say.
Thankfully, the Purge did not actually happen that night, so we're both still here.
I wonder if because I know that it was like a big list of different cities it was supposed to happen, and I wonder if the murder rates
it jumped up.
Yeah, 200% more than average or something. Imagine you're in St. Louis and you're like, oh, the Purge is starting. You just kill a bunch of people and the cops arrest you, and you're like, what are you doing? Oh, it's the Purge.
Thanks to the Purge, I'm allowed to do that.
Cops pull out their tasers and just kill the guy.
Cops do that anyways. But anyway, I didn't say that. But I saw this thing, and it was like, I don't know why during the Purge everyone just goes straight for murdering. Like, bruh, the Apple store is right across the street. Yeah,
yeah, dude.
Go get me a free goddamn iPhone.
I shouldn't say this on the internet. Let's say you were to make a bomb on the night that the Purge happened, and you put a timer on it, and it was like set to go off in like 12 hours. Could you plant that item and then wait out the 12 hours and have it blow up and not be blamed for it?
I would say yes, because you put it there during the Purge, so you're not liable for what it does after. Because
anytime afterwards, yes.
Yeah, I'd definitely say you're good to go. I remember when Trump got elected president, everybody thought that he was going to be the one to start the Purge.
Well, it's interesting because in the let's see, which one was it? It was the Purge election day. I'm pretty sure they made like the main dude to look like Trump, or like they gave him the same name, or there was something like there was some sort of similarity between them. I know that the dude who played the Punisher in Captain America: Civil War was like one of the good guys in that movie. I forget his name, but that was pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't seen Election Year.
What Purge movies have you seen?
The first one.
That's it? You haven't even seen the second?
I think, what's the second one called?
Anarchy, I believe.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, I haven't seen Election Year or the new one that came out.
I haven't seen First Purge yet either.
The first Purge, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know what happens there. You mean? Oh yeah, first I was thinking like the first Purge movie, but the first Purge.
Yeah, the fourth Purge movie.
The fourth Purge movie, yes, that's what it should be called.
Purge 4. The first Purge.
What do you think morally, or what do you think from a moral standpoint of a purge, if it were to happen in the United States?
Honestly, I feel like it would just kind of be pointless because it's not going to help reduce crime rate anyways.
You think so?
I do, because like, if you think about it, yeah, sure, people are getting a whole 12 hours to do whatever crime they want without any consequences, but yet there's still people out there right now without a purge doing the same exact thing without any consequences, you know? So
what
if they don't get caught, there's no consequences.
I mean, yeah, but what's the percentage for that happening? It's got to be low that you can get away with murder in that nowadays.
It's not gonna stop.
Okay, all right. Interesting. I know that one of the underlying reasons for the purge that's implied in the movies is that it's to eliminate the lower class, and that's why poverty would go down. I don't know if you would consider that along the lines of euthanasia or whatever for older people, that they have to ask for it, whereas in the purge, it's just being thrown on them.
I think it's the same for old people, like when you pull the plug.
And yeah, I do think that I'm sure that poorer people would be disproportionately targeted in a purge. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, they would be targeted, but I think that they'd honestly survive a lot better than we think they would.
Yeah.
Because you really think some old rich guy is gonna know how to fight?
Well, the thing is that
probably not. Do you think that homeless guy on the street knows how to fight? Probably, because he's been living on the street.
Yeah, but I mean, in the first movie, we see that the guy has a security system on his house.
Yeah, but that's because he wasn't going to partake in the purge. He's just going to sit in his house and...
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that for the poor people, they don't have that kind of money. And like the whole problem in the first purge happens because the little kid lets in the dude who is being hunted by those other people, and they go hunt. Yeah. So, like, if I don't want to give people any ideas, but let's say I had a machine gun and it was the purge, I would be like, let's go to the apartment complexes. You know, what kind of security do they have on their doors? You know, it's just
deadbolts.
Yeah, well, I'd bring a chain cutter then, and then I would bust their door down, and then I would cut the chain, and then I don't want to elaborate any further on how I would murder people, but you get what I mean, though.
Yeah, I got you.
If you were in the purge and let's say you were poor, what would your plan of attack, or maybe not plan of attack, but like, would you be out there fighting or fleeing, or what would your plan be, I guess?
I'd try to use some stealth, you know? I'd be out there sneaking, trying to get as much stuff as I can, you know? And if it comes down to it and somebody tries to attack me, then yeah, I'll if I get then I'll go at them. But then as soon as they're finished off, I'll go right back to sneaking and trying not to be seen, jumping from rooftop to rooftop.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that would definitely be possible. Nobody would see you then.
So they're all on the streets below.
Yeah, that's true. And it is dark out for most of it anyway. If it was me in that situation, I think that my main goal would just be to hide. And I'm trying to think of a good way that you could do that.
You could just sit in a dumpster.
Yes.
If you're
yes.
quiet, like you just hop in a dumpster, like an empty dumpster, and just sleep for the 8 hours of the entire purge. I think you'd be pretty safe, honestly, because who's gonna check a dumpster?
Yeah, definitely. If you were, besides that, I guess one of the main things that I also don't know about the purge is, do we know if it is legal to move or to travel out of the country during the purge? Because I would just do that then. I would get in my car and just drive to, I don't know, either Canada or Mexico.
See, I think the thing is that's if it's just America that's doing the purge, you'd have problems with getting across the border because of the other country's border patrol.
No, I mean, like, if I legally go to Canada or Mexico, like, a couple days before the purge starts and come back, like, a couple days after.
Yeah, I think you'd be able to do that. What's stopping you from taking a vacation?
Well, I don't know if they would restrict it because they're like, you can't leave the country or in the purge. Everybody must participate in the purge.
No, I don't think they'd restrict that.
Yeah, and I wonder what the travel rules are for people. Oh wait, I do know this actually. People who come to America to purge, because I forget which movie it is. I almost think it's Election Day. That there is a group of people who actually say that they're from another country and they came to America just to purge.
That's savage.
Well, so purging, therefore, is not a right to only citizens of the United States, then.
Yeah, they can come here as guests or whatever and just...
I guess so. That's...
See, I don't understand that because they're running the risk of dying. So
it's the people. Yeah, exactly. And even though they understand that there's a risk, they're out there being stupid just cause.
Yeah.
Now let's instead of being the victim, let's say that you want to go on the attack. What would you do if there was a purge?
So I'd have a baseball bat, right, as a melee weapon, okay, and I think I could do a lot of damage. I'll just take a regular old pistol as my firearm, and I'll just go out there and have some fun. That's all I need.
Considering there's people in these movies that there's this one guy who has a semi-truck, and when you open up the back door, there's a turret in there. Considering there's people like that,
I could take it.
No, you couldn't. I feel like you would be dead within 10 seconds, because if they shoot one bullet at you, you're done.
What movie is that in?
I think it's in the second one. I think that's the second one. You need to see the other Purge movies. The first one's like... okay.
Yeah, I liked the first one. The people with the masks, amazing.
The thing about the first one is that it mainly took place like right in the house, whereas the second one is them like traveling across the city trying to survive. Same with the
so they're actually out there.
Yeah, they're actually out there. Yeah. Another thing that is something that happens in the Purge movie universe is that people who are sick or older people will actually sell themselves to be sacrifices for like rich people. So like let's say I'm a rich person, I could go into like the poor part of town and I'd be like, "Hey, you there? I'll pay your family $10,000 if you willingly come to my place and let me and my friends kill you on the night of the purge." And
Oh my gosh.
and he could say, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And that actually happens in one of the Purge movies, and an older guy does that to give some money to his family, which is poor at the time. Then, do you think that's
Wowzers.
ethical? Should people like? I know
I
we
mean,
have.
if they're going for it willingly, yeah, they're trying to help their family. I'd say that's okay. They're making the choice. Nobody's forcing them to.
Yeah, yeah. It would that be considered illegal by today's standards, though? Can you give yourself
Yeah,
up to
it'd
be
probably
killed?
be like on the rich person's part. It would probably be like assisted
Yeah,
suicide. So it'd probably be illegal.
yeah. Yeah. You're probably right about that.
It's like prostituting dead people, basically.
What?
So you're killing
What?
them and then you're paying their family. It's like prostitution.
I guess. Yeah, I guess you could draw that line. It's a bit loose, but yeah.
Is it are all the Purge movies like in a straight linear timeline, or does it like jump around to different years?
Well, it
I mean, I
jumps.
know of course probably like the fourth Purge movie is probably like goes way back, but like what about the other three?
I do believe
Or,
they're in the same, or they're in the linear order, because yeah, the first one happens and the second one. I don't know how much of a time jump there is, but the third one has the same protagonist as the second one did. So
Mhm.
don't think it would be. I don't know if it might have been the next year. I'm not sure. It might have been a couple of years after. But yeah, that's like the. She
Okay.
pushes, or this lady pushes. She's like a political figure. She pushes for this to be the last purge, and that we should stop doing that. And then the people who do want the purge to happen go and try to kill her, and that's basically the movie.
Wow.
Yeah, but then yeah, the fourth one, I'm guessing, jumps back in time to the first actual purge. So it
Yeah.
only makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. If they're calling it the first Purge and it's not the first Purge, that's what we call clickbait.
Does
It's not
can,
very good clickbait.
does TV have, or do movies have clickbait in them really?
They could like if you look at I don't have a good example for this right now, but like I guess like movie posters.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
there are some.
Trailers because oh man, uh, trailers like a trailer for the Justice League.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Justice
Half the
League.
stuff that was in that trailer wasn't even in the actual movie because they did reshoots.
Yeah, I don't know if that's an
Clickbait.
exception. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. Was that before Joss Whedon took over though?
Yeah, the trailer was made when my beautiful boy Zack Snyder was still in the reins, but then when Joss Whedon took over, that's when they cut out all that stuff, and yeah, so it's Joss Whedon's fault that the trailer did not line up with the movie.
Or is it Zack Snyder's? Because I mean, if it was trash scenes, then I'd really well.
Zack Snyder's would have been good. He was going for the same type of tone that Batman v Superman, Man of Steel, and Wonder Woman had set up for the universe. But then Joss Whedon comes in and tries to make it all funny.
Batman versus Superman was by no means what I would say a good movie that set the tone.
I mean, okay, have you seen the 3-hour cut of it? Because it's a lot better than the theatrical version. I'm just gonna because it adds in a whole another hour of story, and it fills in all the plot holes that the theatrical cut had.
So it's not.
Which they should have just released the 3-hour version first. So that, I mean, that's shame on them for that.
So it's not just another 45 minutes of Henry Cavill and Amy Adams in a bathtub together?
No, but I know where you can find that more of that scene. I'll hit you up with it later.
I'd rather not. No, okay.
There's this website. It's too easy. You can go to it. It's starts with a P.
No. No.
I think I downloaded.
Your audio's cutting out. Yeah, we don't know. So that's too bad that we can't hear you anymore.
Ah, darn.
So let's wrap this up with we talked about the Purge a lot. Let's wrap this up with what are we doing right now besides the YouTube channel? Like in real life, what are we doing?
In real life, I'm in the Army. That's all I got.
Yes, and
That's all I can legally say.
Yes, and I'm a film student. Yeah.
And after our careers are done with what we're doing now, we're going to LA. Or
yes.
somewhere in California.
Well, long story short is that we're hoping to have it lined up by the time that I'm done with school and that Kenny is done with the Army, that we will be able to move out to somewhere around Los Angeles, California, to hopefully keep doing YouTube, the podcast, as well as pursuing a professional career in that area.
You're going to be seeing me next to Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is going to be probably a shriveled up raisin by the time we get there. That's what Scientology does to people. Just kidding. Don't.
Before we get into the topic of religion, we ain't trying to offend anybody. That's all we got.
Yeah, let's leave it at that. Probably shouldn't go any further.
All right, yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for joining and listening to this our first podcast.
Yes, it was our first podcast, so hopefully our ones in the future should be a lot better. This was just kind of a very basic introductory one. Down the line, we'll be talking about games, movies, culture in general, I guess, right?
Someday we'll get into the religion aspect.
No,
someday.
We're not. No, I don't think so. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Anything else you want to add, Kenny?
Yeah. I don't know how soon this is going to go up, but Christmas is in 2 weeks, so Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it'll probably be like 1 week by the time you're hearing this, or maybe Christmas already passed. Or maybe you're listening to this a year from now and it's almost Christmas. Who knows? Yep, but thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you either on YouTube or in the next podcast.
Bye-bye.